Hey guys, welcome back to my channel if you're new here. My name's Rachel. I make videos all about living my life as a young adult with cerebral palsy and preparing to get a new service dog and all the things that go along with that. So if you like that kind of content, please subscribe. As you guys may or may not know, I suffered with arthritis for the past few months after not knowing for God knows how long what was the root cause of my chronic pain, and it eventually led to me having to get a hip resection, which led to a long recovery, as you guys know. So today we're going to be talking about the correlation between cerebral palsy and arthritis. And the fact is that CP and arthritis do go together way more than people talk about. Y'all have no idea how many times I was told the famous 3 words, "It's just CP," when I would go visit doctors and, they'd say, "Oh, pain comes with CP." It wasn't until I got diagnosed at the Children's Hospital by an x-ray that I found out that I had severe arthritis and my hip was dislocated. So, I want to give you guys info so that hopefully y'all don't go through the same thing I did. So, a thing to know is that having cerebral palsy is a risk factor for those with arthritis. Generally, people get arthritis in their older years, but those of us who have CP and do end up getting arthritis will most likely sadly develop it in our younger years, like I did. My hip was at the age of a 90-year-old woman's hip, and at the time when I was diagnosed, I was 17 years old. I'm now 18, so if that gives you any hint. And I'm sure that my hip had been degenerating, or I guess kind of dwindling down way before I was actually diagnosed. So, yeah. Anyway, the next thing to know is the most common type of arthritis in those with CP is osteo. And it's also hip arthritis is the most common. But for those with CP, arthritis can also develop in the joints that don't have to do with walking. It all depends on the disability, the child or person. The earlier you catch it, the earlier you can treat it. See, with mine, we couldn't catch it early. So that's why it's important that you know the signs and symptoms. So the most common way to treat arthritis for a person with cerebral palsy would be physical therapy for the specific joint, pain injections if needed, and of course there's obviously more invasive options if needed, like surgeries. A really successful one for a lot of people is a hip replacement. However, only certain people with cerebral palsy are candidates for that. I wasn't. I was a candidate for a hip resection, and so that is what I went for. I hope you guys learned something from this video today, and if you did, please share it. I love you guys, and I will see you in my next video.